My young ones, man, take heed. Yeah, go precept.
This is the book of Isaiah 30, verse 9. That is a rebellious people, lying children, children that will not hear the law of the Lord.
Lying children, man. Don't want to come back to the Most High.
Right. Which they say to the seer, see not, to prophesy unto us smooth things, and to the prophet deceive. Get thee out of the way, turn aside, and put off, cause to the Holy One of Israel to see before us.
Yeah, man, mighty precept, king. Yeah, man, turn back to the Heavenly Father, my children.
That's right.
But because, as I said, they bind the man them, they bind the fathers them. Give me that in Matthew 12 and 29. They spoil our goods, our children and our women them. No one is raising the children them. It's society, the tell live vision is raising the children them. Go on.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 22 and verse 5.
Go ahead, start from 3, please.
Verse 3. An evil nurtured son is the dishonor of his father.
An evil nurtured son, man, is a dishonor, man, it's a disgrace. Read.
That begot him, and a foolish daughter is born to his loss. A wise daughter shall bring an inheritance to her husband, but she that liveth dishonestly is her father's heaviness. She that is bold dishonoreth both father and her husband, but they both shall despise her.
Both shall despise them, man.
Right.
We don't like disobedient children around here, man. Children that don't take correction. Because what they're gonna do, if they don't listen to the Heavenly Father, especially the man of the Lord, they're gonna listen to the devil. Because there's no in between, there's no schism. It's either you worship the Most High that creates you, that wakes you up every single morning, right? Or you're just gonna listen to the philosophy of the devil, which is of this world. Right? Hold it, Peter.
Proverbs chapter 10 verse 1. The Proverbs of Solomon. A wise son maketh a glad father, but a foolish son is the heaviness of his mother.
Mighty precept. A foolish son is the heaviness of his father, man. Mighty precept. Give me Proverbs 19 and 13. Oh yeah, cool, yeah, bring up Matthew.
12. This is the book of Matthew chapter 12 and verse 29. Or else, how can one enter into a strong man's house
How can he enter into a righteous man's house, a strong man's house?
and spoil his goods?
His goods, or his woman, his wife, and his children.
Except he first bind the strong man, and then he will spoil his house.
So this is what they're doing right now. So our house, many of our house out there is spoiled. Because we're still under the curse, right? We don't want to keep the Sabbath. We don't want to worship the Most High in truth and in sincerity.
Right.
Yeah, there's a little bit more left on that.
Verse 30.
That's enough on that. Yeah, man, so this is how you enter a strong man's house, man. You spoil his good. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get his children them, you teach them the philosophy. This is why it's best to homeschool your children them. And that's how real and raw as it is, man. Because right now in school, they're teaching the children them, yo, boys can wear dress. Am I lying? Women, girls can do whatever they want. Boys wearing pink these days in school. Yo, you can't touch the teacher them and your children them, you know. Go ahead, precept.
Book of Proverbs chapter 7 and verse 1. My son, keep my words and lay up my commandments with thee.
And this is a mother speaking to the son.
Keep my commandments and live, and my law as the apple of thine eye.
Salakia, what's that? Proverbs 7. Oh, okay, verse 1. Oh, yeah, I got that one. To 4, yeah?
Bind them upon thy fingers, write them upon the table of thine heart. Say unto wisdom, thou art my sister, and call understanding thy kinsman.
Wisdom is the sister man to the son.
Right.
This is how wisdom is so vital, so important. And wisdom, the most I give that. The wisdom is in the scriptures.
Right.
This is why, man, yo, every single day, man, we have to live in this book. Because the world, you cannot love this world. Christ already shows us that in 1 John 2 and 15, love not the world.
Right.
So if you don't love this world and your mind is not in this world, where's your mind supposed to be? In this book.
Right.
Leviticus, 90.
This is book of Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 29. Do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore.
What the Most High says?
Do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore.
Prostitution is not also spending money for pleasure. No, prostitution is also dressing your daughter in a indecent apparel. That's also prostitution. And you find a lot of these women that do that to their daughters, man. Because most father, me anyway, I got daughters, and my daughters, they could never dress in certain way. Never. Because I got the authority, man. Is that more? Yeah, more than that.
Lest the land fall to whoredom.
That's the what?
Lest the land fall to whoredom.
Be all them going on right now. This is why you got OnlyFans. This is why you got prostitution that's legal, brothels. Be a wickedness. And with that come what? Loads of disease, unwanted pregnancy, and they encourage our sisters them to do abortion, murdering, right?
And the land become full of wickedness.
Full of wickedness. Wickedness is contrary to the Most High law. This is why if you don't follow these commandments, you're wicked, you're evil. So our children, them man, they must come back to the Heavenly Father, and this is we, the man and the woman, to teach them, to get to them first before the wicked kingdom get to them, man.
That's right.
Because the minute you know the parents doing 12-hour shift, the dad doing 12 hour, the mom doing 12-hour shift, they ain't got no time for the children them. Working on the Sabbath day. This is madness. This is why we need to get our children them back in order. Give me Sirach 7 and 23. I'm not sure someone could. Sirach 7 and 23, and give me Proverbs 3 and 11 to 12.
Sirach chapter 7 verse 23. Hast thou children? Instruct them, and bow down their neck from their youth.
What we gonna do?
Bow down their neck from their youth. Hast thou daughters? Have a care of their body, and shew not thyself cheerful toward them. Marry thy daughter, and so shalt thou have performed a weighty matter. But give her to a man of understanding.
Give her to a man of understanding. Our Hebrew tradition is that it's the father that will hand his daughter to a suitable candidate, a man of the Lord, a man that holds the commandment, because the ritual is that a woman, her daughter, the daughter, go from the authority of her father to her husband. This is why there's no such thing as liberty. This is why there's no such thing as independent woman. So this is what the scripture is talking about. Cool up, what you got there?
This is the book of Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 11. My son, despise not the chastening of the Lord.
Despise not the chastising of the Lord. So basically, when the Most High even punish us as Israelites, put us in captivity, that's righteousness, man. We deserve it, man.
Right.
Because we're stiff-necked people. He wants to show us, yo, we need to learn.
Right.
Right? Read.
Neither be weary of his correction.
Don't be weary of his correction, man. It's righteousness. This is why now when a father chastises his son, it's from love. He's just trying to correct him. Right? Bring it a piece, okay?
Proverbs 23 and 13. Withhold not correction from the child, for if thou beatest him with the rod, he shall not die. Thou shalt beat him with the rod, and shalt deliver his soul from hell.
See that? He's not gonna die, man. Mighty precept king. But this wicked kingdom say, yo, you cannot hit your children them. How are you gonna correct them then? They tell you to put them in naughty corner. What's that gonna do? I see children telling their mom and dad to shut up. Oh wicked, yo, how wicked is that? Give me Isaiah 3 and 12. How wicked is that? And give me Sirach 30 and 1 to 13. You got it?
This is the book of Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors.
What the Most High say?
As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err, and destroy the way of thy paths.
This is what's happening, man. Children are the oppressors. Children rule over the man and the woman. Like, how can we get to this level, man? This is why we need to get back in order, my people. Get Sirach 30 and 1 to 30.
Sirach chapter 30, verse 1. He that loveth his son causeth him oft to feel the rod, that he may have joy of him in the end.
Yeah, man, once you punish your children, then, man, out of righteousness, out of love, because that's what the Most High is doing to us. He get to us first, right? He's punishing us, and he's leaving the wicked them for last. And their judgment is not, they don't look too pretty to me. Read.
He that chasteneth his son shall have joy in him, and shall rejoice of him among his acquaintance. He that teacheth his son grieveth the enemy, and before his friends he shall rejoice of him. Though his father die, yet he is as though he were not dead, for he hath left one behind him that is like himself. While he lived, he saw and rejoiced in him, and when he died, he was not sorrowful. He left behind him an avenger against his enemies, and one that shall requite kindness to his friends. He that maketh too much of his son shall bind up his wounds, and his bowels will be troubled at every cry. And horse not broken becometh headstrong, and a child left to himself will be wilful. Cocker thy child, and he shall make thee afraid. Play with him, and he will bring thee to heaviness. Laugh not with him, lest thou have sorrow with him, and lest thou gnash thy teeth in the end. Give him no liberty in his youth, and wink not at his follies. Bow down his neck while he is young, and beat him on the sides while he is a child, lest he wax stubborn and be disobedient unto thee, and so bring sorrow to thine heart. Chastise thy son, and hold him to labor, lest his lewd behavior be an offense unto thee.
There you have it, man. Mighty precept, man. Hold him to labor, man. This is why they have to do chores in the house, do their homework.
That's right.
This is how you get your children, your sons in order. Because the devil knows that how mighty the boys are going to be, you know, because the boys them are going to be the same boys standing out here bringing out the word of the Lord. And that's what they're trying to stop. You got precept?
The book of Isaiah, chapter 30 and verse 20. And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers, and thine ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying, This is the way, walk ye in it, when ye turn to the right hand, and when ye turn to the left.
When he turn to the right and turn to the left. Mighty precept king. Yeah, man, we're here for the children then, man, because it's very important that they come back in order and we get them before, as I said, this wicked kingdom get to them, man. Because all they're doing, man, is just sending them to school to learn folly. Yeah, bring out the precept.
Proverbs 3 verse 1 and 2. My son, forget not thy law, but let thy heart keep my commandments. 2. For length of days and long life and peace shall be added to thee.
Mighty precept, man. Forget not the law, the statutes, commandments. Don't break the Sabbath. Don't eat pork. Don't defile yourself.
This is book of Proverbs, chapter 22 and verse 15. Foolishness is bound in the heart of a child, but the rod of correction shall drive it far from him.
What of correction?
But the rod of correction shall drive it far from him.
This is why the wicked kingdom, man, this devilish world, man, they don't want us to correct our child, man. This is what they want, man. And then once we don't do that now, they grow up, become rebellious. You cannot talk to them once they reach a certain age, especially teenager. That's it, they're gone to the world already. Worldly children. Right? Yeah, hold Maccabee. First Maccabee, chapter 2:50 to 62.
Proverbs chapter 4 verse 1. Hear ye children the instruction of a father, and attend to no understanding, for I give you good doctrine.
So this is why the children, them, if they listen to their father, they're gonna get good doctrine. The father, that's the man of the word. We keep the law. We gonna give them good doctrine. Read.
For I give you good doctrine. Forsake ye not my law. For I was my father's son, tender and only beloved in the sight of my mother. He taught me also, and said unto me, let thine heart retain my words. Keep my commandments and live.
Keep my what?
Keep my commandments and live.
Keep the commandments and live, man. This is why we got to use them in the street, man, stabbing each other. Because they're not keeping the commandments. Because they don't have no father anywhere in the house, nor a good mother to show them what's going on. Keep the commandments and live. And if they keep the commandments and live, they're going to be mighty. And now we're going to show you this in Maccabee, 1 Maccabee 2 and verse 50.
This is book of 1 Maccabee chapter 2 and verse 50. Now therefore, my son, be zealous for the law.
Be zealous for the law. So this is Mattathias, basically Judas Maccabeus' father speaking.
Now therefore, my son, be zealous of the law, and give your lives for the covenant of your fathers.
What should he do?
Give your lives for the covenant of your fathers.
Yeah, man, we give our life for this faith, man, for the covenant, man. Because Christ did the same thing for us. That's how we are here, bold and brave. Right? 1 second here, King.
Verse 51. Call to remembrance that what acts our fathers did in their time.
Right? We're going to see what our forefathers did in previous times.
So shall he receive great honor and an everlasting name.
This is how we receive honor and everlasting name. Once we, the children, them, keep the law, listen to their father and their mother. This is how we get the great honor.
Verse 52. Was not Abraham found faithful in temptation, and it was imputed unto him for righteousness?
So this is Abraham, Father Abraham.
Verse 53. Joseph, in the time of his distress, kept the commandments and was made Lord of Egypt.
That's true. Joseph kept the commandment and was made a Lord over Egypt.
Phineas, our father, in being zealous and fervent, obtained the covenant of an everlasting priesthood. Yahushua, for fulfilling the word, was made a judge in Israel.
Yeah, this is the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ, and he's the judge of the Israel, right? And that shows in, he says in Job 9 and 24, right? That the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, cover the faces of the judges. So this is Christ, the judge.
Verse 56. Caleb, for bearing witness before the congregation, received the heritage of the land.
So Caleb, he received the heritage of the land. So these are the mighty forefathers who did obey their father. So this is why if the children them grow up in a healthy home, righteous people, parents, this is how they're going to turn out to be. They're going to have the zealous for the law, and they will actually, they die for the faith, man, because we're out here on the front line.
Right? Verse 57. David, for being merciful,
Mighty David.
David, for being merciful, possessed the throne for an everlasting kingdom.
Or everlasting kingdom, yeah?
Elias, for being zealous and favorite for the Lord, was taken up into heaven. Ananias, Zacharias, and Michael, by believing, were saved out of the flame. Daniel, for his inconstancy, Daniel, for his innocency, was delivered from the mouth of lions.
So these are the mighty forefathers whose name became great because they hearken unto their father. They had the zealousy for the law.
That's right. Verse 61.
Go to verse 62, yeah.
Verse 61. And thus consider ye throughout all ages that none that put their trust in him shall be overcome.
What? This is the talking about the Most High, the Creator.
And verse 61. And thus consider ye throughout all ages that none that put their trust in him shall be overcome. Fear not then the words of a sinful man, for his glory shall be dung and worms.
His glory, a sinful man, his glory shall be dung. In other words, S-H-A-T, and worms.
Today he shall be lifted up, and tomorrow he shall be not found, because he returned into his dust, and his though is come to nothing.
Jump to verse 64.
Verse 64. Wherefore ye are my son, be valiant and show yourself men in the behalf of the law.
Yeah, man, we have to be valiant out here, man. Brave man. Not no soft, effeminate man out here. This is what we have to raise our sons to be, because these wicked kingdom, they just want them to be soft, be in touch with their emotion. That's feminine. And when our sons do this, they sway, they go left. They start wearing dresses. They start following the heathen way. This is why I need to get to our children then, soon as possible. Quick. Is that on 64?
For by it shall he obtain glory.
For by it the children shall return glory. Got something, hold it?
Proverbs 22 verse 6. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it.
Yeah, man, train up the children then, man. The children have to live in this book as well. It's more important than actually going to this wicked school, man. To what are you going to profit? We don't know that when our time is going to come, man. When you drop down and dead, and then what? We running down to this fake, what do you call it? This test, the certificate where there is nothing on it, man. You take out this massive loan. I see in some places they take out loan of worth 137,000, and they just come out and get a job that worth 50 grand. Put them in debt, man. It's all a scam. But the wisdom and the knowledge in this book, man, this is what we need. Yeah, cool it, please, okay?
This is the book of Ecclesiastic 31 verse 22. My son, hear me and despise me not, and at the last thou shalt find as I told thee in all thy works. Be quick, so shall thee not sick come upon thee.
Mighty precept, okay? Mighty precept. Yeah, man. Give me First Maccabee. What's that? 2 and 66, 60.
First Maccabees chapter 2 verse 66. As for Judas Maccabeus, he hath been mighty and strong.
So this is Maccabeus now, man. Judas, man. Mighty, man. This man is following his father's footstep. This man, basically, because our nation was destroyed, Jerusalem, they didn't have it, man. Maccabee was like, nah, man, I didn't like this. He put his life on the course for his nation and for the law, for the faith. Alright, read.
He hath been mighty and strong, even from his youth up.
See, from he was a child growing up. Maccabeus was mighty. He listened to his father teaching the commandment the right way, and he became mighty.
Let him be your captain and fight the battle of the people.
So Maccabeus was a captain of a group of people that will fight against the Gentiles, the wicked. This is why we're calling out his name right now, because his name is still live on, man. Judas Maccabeus, mighty.
Take also unto you all those that observe the law.
So all the other man them that was around him, that observed the law, Maccabeus gathered them around, and he was their captain. Read.
And avenge ye the wrong of your people.
Avenge what?
And avenge ye the wrong of your people.
So Maccabee, man, was like, nah, I'm not having this. I'm not gonna let you just keep on trampling on us, man. What's the point living then? I'm gonna fight, I'm gonna die for the faith. This is what this man bravely done.
Recompense fully the heathen, and take heed to the commandments of the law.
Recompense what?
Recompense fully the heathen, and take heed of the commandments of the law.
Read.
So he blessed them and was gathered to his fathers, and he died in 146 years, and his son buried him in the sepulchre of his fathers.
So yeah, this is Maccabeus' father.
At Modin, and all Israel made great lamentation for him.
Yeah, man, all of us, man, Israelite, man, they was sad that day, man. It was a sad day. Right? So this is what it's all about, man. Raising the children in the right way. When they grow up, they're going to be mighty, man, because they're going to be raised in the law. Right? Bring it, Precept King.
This is the book of First Maccabees 2 and verse 40. And one of them said to another, if we all do as our brethren have done, and fight not for our lives and laws against the heathen, they will now quickly root us out of the earth. At that time, therefore, they decreed, saying, whosoever shall come up to make battle with us on the Sabbath day, we will fight against him.
What are they going to do?
We will fight against him.
Read.
Neither will we die all as our brethren that were murdered in the secret places.
There you have it, man. Mighty precept, man. So if our children, them, especially the boys, was growing in this righteousness, they will be mighty, man. They wouldn't be effeminate. And this is what the devil system want them to be. They don't want them to challenge them. They just want them to die killing each other for no cause. That's not going to profit them. Bring it up, bro.
This is the book of First Maccabees 3 and verse 21. But we fight for our lives and our laws.
What we're going to do?
But we fight for our lives and our laws.
That's why we're here on the front line today. Read.
Wherefore the Lord himself will overthrow them before our face.
What the Lord's going to do?
The Lord will overthrow them before our face.
He's our protection, man.
And as for you, but be ye not afraid of them.
Mighty precept, man. We're not afraid of them, man. The Most High don't put the spirit on fear on us, man. He's always fighting for us. We just need to come back to his laws, teach our children them the right way, and he's always going to be there for us, man. He never forsake us.
That's right.
Let him bring up Deuteronomy 20 and 1.
Deuteronomy chapter 20 verse 1. When thou goest out to battle against thine enemies, and assist horses and chariots and the people more than thou, be not afraid of them, for the Lord thy God is with thee.
Who's with thee?
For the Lord thy God is with thee, which brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. And it shall be, when ye are gone nigh unto the battle, that the priests shall approach and speak unto the people, and shall say unto them, Hear, O Israel, ye approach this day unto the battle against your enemies.
Against who?
Against your enemies. Let not your hearts faint. Fear not, and do not tremble. Neither be ye terrified because of them.
There you have it, man. This is the whole point. That we raise our children them in righteousness, following the law. They're gonna be strong boys and gonna grow up to be men. They're not gonna be no soft, effeminate boys, man. Right? Cool out your precept, King.
This is Psalm chapter 34, verse 7. The angel of Yahweh encampeth round about them that fear him, and delivereth them.
Mighty precept, man. The Most High is always here, man, with the angels them. Bring your precept, King.
The book of Ecclesiasticus chapter 5 and verse 2. Follow not thine own mind and thine strength to walk in the ways of thine heart, and say not, who shall control me for my works? For the Lord will surely revenge thy pride. Say not, I have sinned, and what harm hath happened unto me? For the Lord is long suffering. He will in no wise let thee go. Concerning propitiation, be not without fear to add sin unto sin. And say not, in his mercy is great. He will be pacified for the multitude of my sin. For mercy and wrath come from him, and his indignation rested upon sinners. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from the day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed, and perish in the day of vengeance.
In the day of vengeance. Mighty precept, King, man. Mighty precept. Yeah, man. This is what it's about, man. Children, man. We need to get to them, man. Because the devil has got them for so long right now, man. They don't know themselves. They don't want to hear the word of the Lord. Pull that precept.
This is the book of Thessalonians, 2 Thessalonians, verse 8. In finding fire, taking vengeance on them that know not God, and they obey not the gospel of the Lord Yahweh.
They don't obey the gospel, man. This is why, as a father, once you chastise the children and bring them up the right way, they're gonna obey you, and then by default, they're gonna obey the gospel, the law. You got second answer? What you got?
The book of Ecclesiasticus chapter 6 and verse 32. My son, if thou wilt, thou shalt be taught, and if thou wilt apply thy mind, thou shalt be prudent. If thou love to hear, thou shalt receive understanding, and if thou bow thine ear, thou shalt be wise. Stand in the multitude of the elders, and cleave unto him that is wise. Be willing to hear every godly discourse, and let not the parables of understanding escape thee. And if thou seest a man of understanding, get thee betimes unto him, and let thy foot wear the steps of his door.
Mighty precept, rap. Alright, my last one, then I'm gonna hand it over to a mighty speaker. Second address. Give me second address. Just to conclude it. Second address 14, 34 to 35.
This is book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 14 and verse 34. Therefore, if it be that thou wilt subdue your own understanding and reform your hearts, ye shall be kept alive, and after death ye shall obtain mercy. For after death shall the judgment come, when ye shall live again. And then shall the names of the righteous be manifest, and the works of the ungodly shall be declared.
works of the ungodly shall be declared, man, and the righteous shall live forever, man. So with that, I'm gonna close out, and another mighty speaker gonna come up and teach you. So I'm gonna say, come here, Sharilla.
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 I show up.